What is Gucci, my Nucci's? As you know, we already live. And yeah, we're doing something a little different, which is kind of the same. But welcome to the Half Court Podcast, ladies and gentlemen. AV, how does it feel to be on that side again?
A little weird, to be honest. I'm not too used to being in front of the cameras, but it's cool though.
It's cool. So today we're going to do something a little bit different. We're going to just switch it up and kind of give you guys an update and just talk about anything, to be honest. It's more of a freestyle. But before we get this episode started, we want to go ahead and shout out and thank everybody that purchased a Half Court Podcast t-shirt. We really didn't expect the support we received. So what do you got to say on that, AV?
Man, it was humbling, to be honest. I didn't think people...
We didn't think we didn't think
people would even fucking get him, but it was, we sold, what, 35?
Around 35, 30? Yeah. So
that when we went to Gorilla, that's kind of, I said 40, and I was just aiming high,
Exactly.
And then we got pretty close to that number. So, and I've had people actually tell me, like, I can't get them right now, but next batch or hoodies, you guys got hoodies, so it's cool, bro. People fuck with the logo, and it seems like they want to rock them. So
yeah,
I'm excited to see the people rocking them.
Yeah, I'm excited too, man. We definitely are gonna keep. Probably next month we're gonna do another order. We just closed this one out, and the support was amazing, man. It's just to upgrade the equipment. As you can see, we got new arms in this bitch. Where the table's gonna be coming out pretty soon, but this is just more to give you guys an update on what we got going on, pretty much, because this whole quarantine thing, this whole coronavirus shit, threw everything off. So, AV, you want to kind of start and say like what you got going on with all this corona shit?
Man, it affected me pretty firsthand type shit.
Yeah.
I had just got my barber's license, or my permit, basically, to be able to work in the barbershop. I get in the barbershop. I have like a solid month of just good. I'm like, fuck yeah, this is, it was worth it.
It's like when you gaining momentum and shit, and all of a sudden,
boom. I
boom.
was like, this shit was worth it. Like, I'm glad and it's still, we're gonna get back, but it is that whole few weeks was like a whole emotional roller coaster type thing.
So how did it feel, bro, when you walk out the door, like, and this is like your last day of your last hours of fucking school? Because it was a drag for you, bro.
Yeah. Fuck yeah, it was. It felt good, man. To be honest, I was basically like 2 weeks before I finished. I got blessed with the opportunity to go work at Fading Up. Shout out to Scissorhands and Chad, the whole Fading Up team over there. They basically brought me in, and I'm right there with some cold barbers. So that was real.
Shout out to the whole team.
Yeah, man. I was just excited, man. I've been wanting to work next to these guys for years. So now I'm part of the circle, and that shit was cool, man.
Yeah, shout out to the whole Southside team, bro. Every time we go in there, there's always love and good vibes and shit. So I can't wait for all this shit to get back, bro. So
yeah, man. And that was the thing. Basically, I was getting in the groove of making more clients, taking walk-ins. I was getting my shit together, but the state shut it down till the 1st. So, and right now, to be honest, I'm not sure if I'll go back on the 1st. Like, even if they let us go back, if it's worse, I don't know. Because the way it's going.
That's what I heard.
Do you think it's gonna?
That's what I heard. I don't think in a month you can like just kill
it.
a virus and shit. I just don't think that's gonna happen.
It sounds nice, but it doesn't sound realistic.
More than anything, I think what people are doing, I think more than anything what Trump is doing is he's just so scared that the economy is going to go hella downhill.
So he's
like, man, y'all
do what we got to do type shit.
Do what you got to do, but always take the right precautions.
And see, the thing was, basically the way this happened, the first week, it was kind of like people weren't really taking it serious. Second week, it was whenever they shut down that Thunder game. And that's when we started Steve-O cuts up 2 of the Thunder players, so he was kind of like, what the fuck? I was just at their house type shit. Now they shut this. It was just kind of like we seen it kind of first, like, hand. Like, it was people that we knew and shit. And that week, we still went to work, but after that week, we just decided not to because it was too...
Shit.
We didn't know how to handle it, that's our job.
Exactly.
That's it's like, damn, we're really going to have to stop working right now.
Yeah,
and it happened. We had we're basically unemployed right now. It's just.
I remember, bro. I remember seeing it in the news, and it's like, it's this new virus started in China. So I'm like, cool. As long as it doesn't get over here, we're good. You know what I'm saying? And I never thought it
And
would
I
get
mean, I
here.
think I remember a couple episodes ago we were even clowning about it and shit. We were like just not taking it serious. And,
Yeah.
And then you just seen it like within weeks just get.
It's scaled, bro. Like everything
It
scaled.
got to your neighborhood within a couple weeks.
Like I'm already fucking tired of talking about it, but it's just inevitable because it's just
that's what's going on, man.
exactly it's what's going on.
So you can act like there's nothing going on and go on about your regular life, but at the
there's
end
not
of
a
the day,
regular life, bro. Like fuck, like how can you say
I think
there's not?
That's the approach that a lot of people try to take. They're acting like there's nothing going on and they're just
nah, bro. Everything is so different, bro. Like even the even going out to the movies is something I'm like, fuck, I missed that. Like I didn't go that much, but every time I would go, it was something simple and satisfactory. Like I enjoyed it. You know what I'm saying?
It's one of those things. I
now
was
I
talking
can't do
to
that
Santi
shit.
about it earlier. Like it sounds really fucking harsh, but it comes down to the point, to the dark conversation of, are you ready to die?
Man, you've been fucking preaching that shit lately,
right? Bro.
Like,
because that's basically where we're at right now, and people can go around it, and people can say, oh no, I'm not even gonna think about that, but that's basically what it comes down to right now. Like,
yeah, I definitely I don't think I don't think none of us is ready to die. And like I said before, bro, like if my time comes, I'm gonna be fucked. I don't want to leave.
Yeah,
I don't want to fucking die.
Yeah,
but
for sure. If it happens,
yeah. I mean,
what?
Yeah, because it's like even wearing gloves to me is so fucking pointless because you wear the gloves, you go into the fucking let's say you go into the gas station, you wear gloves, and then you're over here touching all this shit, soda, whatever you grab.
Feels safer,
right? And then you put it in the counter, and then you go ahead and reach out to your wallet.
I'm gonna tell you this.
Then the wallet has germs. You get what I'm saying? Like
this whole time, it's made me like more conscious of my. That's one thing that I'm thankful for this whole situation is that it kind of made me more. I watch like my every fucking move. I catch myself just like, yeah, but it's not a good thing either. You know, I mean, you can get OCD about shit.
Yeah,
too,
I mean, yeah, it is.
Right now, it's a hard time, bro, for a lot of people mentally, and you know, it's shout out to everybody that's like staying strong because it's, you got if you're a weak body, you're gonna fucking crumble.
You're gonna feel it. You're gonna feel it. Yeah. It's gonna hit you. The mask is a little bit more safer as far as that, but the gloves, I feel like I was one of them that used the glove, but then I was like, man, I got to take it off every.
No, and I get you, man.
You know?
The first, like I said, we stopped cutting, and then I was like, man, I'm gonna take all the precautions or whatever. So I did a couple haircuts here, and I couldn't do it. I was exhausted afterwards just because it was in the back of my head the whole time. So I'm just being super paranoid about shit, and
yeah, bro.
Like that was one of the longest days I had. It was just like.
Yeah, because if you miss a step, then you're fucked.
I basically just stopped. I was just like, fuck it. My pockets are gonna hurt, but it's not. Right now is not the time.
So
now is not the time to be doing that. Like,
how do you prepare yourself to fucking get into this mindset of like, fuck, I'm gonna be back where I used to be, which you say you already used to it, but like what, like how do you prepare yourself for this shit?
You don't. Yeah, the shit just happens, and then you gotta adjust. I think. Like if you gotta be sad or you gotta be mad or whatever the fuck, like deal with it, and then by yourself. Don't go take it out on people. Don't, you know. And then you just the way I did it, I guess, is like I was okay. So what can I do? I can't cut hair. What can I do? So that's why I've been working on the content and just shit that I can do. You know, like we got the shirts going. We basically. Yeah, there's nothing. You just gotta go with it. Man. There's no real. You're not prepared, so you just fucking get hit with it. Basically, it's like you better fucking get your shit together.
Who invited this guy, man? Always interrupting, man. Ah, shit, at least. Hell yeah, appreciate it, bro.
You only got one glove on?
Bro. You see what I'm saying? He's trying to be protective, but now your keys have germs and shit because you just passed it to your damn glove.
Michael Jackson.
That's what we were talking about just now. Like, it's just pointless to have a glove because you go into a convenience store, you touch all the shit, and then your total is $15.99. Then you reach out to your wallet. Oh, your fucking wallet has the germs now. Yeah, that was earlier, but right now you just touched all this. You know what I'm saying?
leave the poor Asian boy alone, man.
All right, I'm gonna leave you alone, Chino. I'm gonna leave you alone.
No, but yeah, there's really no getting prepared for it. Like you gotta just adapt and overcome, basically. And that shit does suck because I was barely getting, like I said, the momentum, and then bam, I got slapped again.
Yeah.
So
I've been there,
but
bro.
right now the thing is too that everybody's getting slapped, so it kind of makes it a little. It makes it less painful, I guess, when you see other people.
You've seen other people getting slapped.
It's like, fuck it, I'm not the only one getting slapped.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, bro. I've been in that position, and if like when we did the full videography, full time type shit, like, and you were still in school, like I got to see what like a low ass bank account was, and kind of adapt and just figure shit out pretty much. But that taught me a lot, bro. That taught me to not fucking be scared.
I'm gonna tell you this: if I didn't have like a goal or a purpose, I would have probably lost it and just fucking like. At the end of the day, I know that we have the Half Core podcast. We got Empower Visuals. We got Vivid Dreams. So I know even though right now there's not much I can do, I can still work on that. Even though I'm not getting paid like right there and then, I know that the work that I'm doing is still work. So
yeah.
If I didn't have that, then I would be in here fucking losing my mind. Like,
yeah, at least you were able to find distractions and
yeah,
trying to find ways to stay productive and shit. Cause
keep working basically, even if you're not getting paid. Like you can still work.
Yeah. This teaches everybody to. I don't know, bro. It's weird.
It teaches you to be humble, man, because like you're thinking that everything is gravy, like.
Especially celebrities, bro. They gotta feel like, okay, doesn't matter how much fucking money you got.
More thankful because, like sometimes you complain like, damn, I'm at the shop from fucking 8 a.m. to 10 at night, but right now I'm like, I wish I could be at the shop from, like you start appreciating shit.
Yeah, we love to complain, bro. That's one thing. It's just we're just Americans, like it's just that American style of being spoiled and shit,
Yeah, basically gathering and shit too. That's one of the things that I think that hit us the most because we're like, we like to be in groups. Humans are like,
we're not meant to be alone and shit. And like we're like,
damn, I can't even go to my homie's house.
Yeah,
and if I do go, I feel all guilty and fucking
real shit, bro. Real shit.
Even us right now, like I really don't know where the fuck you've been. I don't know where Santi's been. I don't know where Chino's been. Like.
Yeah,
I can take your word for it, but at the end of the day,
we don't know. We don't have a fucking way to.
Yeah, it's kind of a scary time, and you can like fuck yourself up if you think about it too much.
Yeah, I definitely get that because I went to the homie's house today and I went to eat and shit, and I was like, fuck. Obviously, I sanitized and everything, but I was like, fuck, like this, like it just like I can't even say what's up to them. Like I gotta hit them with the Wakanda forever and shit like that, and it's like. Fuck, it's different. Man. It's different,
And that, I guess like certain people aren't selfish, so that they might be taking more precautions than other people because there's people out there that really don't give a fuck. So that shit is scary because it's like, damn, I'm over here trying my best to not get people fucked up, but then there's those people that just really don't care.
Yeah.
It's like when you were in class and they would be like, we're not leaving until everybody's quiet, and it's like, I've been quiet this whole fucking time and I can't leave because this other fucking idiot can't shut the fuck up.
Just because this person said this, then you're all getting homework now. You fucking pay the price because of one. Yeah, man, I remember those days like shit.
That's what it is right now, basically, because it's like. You could be doing everything right, and then a nigga that is doing something wrong, doesn't care, is gonna come and kill you. Like,
I think the only way we can lower this as much as possible is if they lock down the whole states, the whole United States, like a lockdown,
some martial law shit
on that, bro.
And
it sucks ass, but
if everybody would have just listened quicker, I think the numbers would be less. But people just didn't listen until it was right there next to their house type shit. Like they were like, nah, I don't know anybody that has it. I don't know anybody that has it until you know somebody that has it. Now you're like, oh shit.
So they're expecting everybody to go back on the 1st of May.
That's what
is that what
said.
it is?
The barbershop, at least the state board, they said on the 1st.
So,
but I doubt. I don't know. I don't see that happening.
What if it happens though?
I'm ready. I'm ready. I want to cut. I'm ready to. I'm telling you, bro. I was in.
Motherfucker, you just said you wasn't gonna go.
No. I'm saying I'm ready to cut, but if it doesn't, I hope they come up with a vaccine or some shit if it's really fixed. But I don't see it. I don't see it happening. But I'm ready to cut. You know.
I know you are, bro. I'm ready to fucking even go to fucking McDonald's and sit down and eat a fucking burger. Like that's how crazy this whole shit is.
No, yeah, and it's crazy because everybody that like the musicos, the restaurants, everybody, that's crazy, bro. Bartenders, DJs, like shout out to them, man, because I know that they got slapped just like I did, you know.
If anything, bro, I hope this teaches everybody to, you know, prepare for the future, prepare for rainy days and shit. Like,
yeah, for sure.
You know, like if you're at a
well,
point.
and see, like for example, barbers, we're used to spending money fucking stupid because we know that we're gonna get money the next day. We don't gotta wait for a check whole 2 weeks, you know. So, and that's the mistake that we make as barbers.
Yeah, that's the
like
American mistake.
We're just
much.
fucking careless, bro. So I know it's put a lot of us in tight situations too. Where when we go back, we're gonna be like, yeah,
exactly.
I might have to put this little.
If anybody wants to take something out of this whole quarantine and coronavirus shit, it would be to prepare for a rainy day, man. Stack up the money
and see, it's one of those things that you never think about. Like you think all this shit could happen, but I would have never thought of virus. Like that's why I went to school to cut hair, because I was like, hey, everybody needs a haircut. Like this shit is something that I'm always.
You're an essential. You're technically an essential fucking employee, but it's just.
Yeah, but a haircut, you're not gonna die if you don't get a haircut. You know, at the end of the day.
I mean, auto parts are essential, but you're not gonna die if your car breaks down.
Yeah, I guess so. But you don't gotta be right there in their face and shit to do that.
Yeah, I guess. Yeah, it's more the the you know, sanitizing part. But
and I mean, back in the day, like if you look at older pictures, you see barbers didn't give a fuck when there was epidemics and shit like that. Those motherfuckers would be out there with face masks and still getting it, you know.
And there's a couple of barbers out there getting it, but yeah, bro, that's how
that's a big risk, bro. That's a big risk, and I know there's people out there charging $100 for house calls right now and doing shit like that. But I mean, I understand, man. People got bills, or you know, you got bills. You don't want to be broke, but at the end of the day, right now is one of those times where it's better to be broke than to keep contributing to killing motherfuckers. And it sounds harsh, but like that's what you're doing, you know. When if you still.
So if I'm, like I said, if you're gonna take anything away from all this bullshit, is just to make sure, like, to kind of wake up, bro, because we like to be flashy a lot, and when I say we, I mean like everybody,
America.
The majority of the people, you know, we like to be flashy. I feel like it's a wake up call. So if, like, to give you an example,
my bad, I was already living a pretty simple life, so that's why right now it does suck, you know, because I was ready to make bigger moves and, you know, get my life together good and shit, but I was already living a pretty simple life, so it's not like all this shit is really. It is affecting me, but it's not. I could see it affecting me worse if, for example, I was used to like flashy lifestyle and shit like that, and then all of a sudden I wouldn't have it.
Yeah.
Then it'd be different. But I was already used to kind of eating shit, so.
That's what I get back to. I feel like this, like just to give you an example, if you were a DJ and shit, and you're at a good fucking club, you're making good ass money, like. And you have all these expenses because you're able to afford it because you make a good amount doing DJ, or just to give you that example. Then all of a sudden, like that gets taken away from you. So at this point, it's like, oh shit,
and that's what leads up to a lot of like depression and like suicides and drug use and all that shit. Because then at that point, it's just
I feel
a lot of people get lost, man. So I hope everybody, you know, whatever you got to do, if you got to fucking do some yoga or whatever you got to do right now to keep your mind cool, because you can. I mean, it's a tough time. Time.
I feel like, if anything, it should be a wake up call to be like, you know what? Shit, I got to be prepared for this shit. So if I have too much expenses and I'm flashy and shit, boom, dim down a little bit.
Not just with the expenses.
And invest your money in smarter things and passive income. You know what I'm saying? Passive income is the more important than anything.
So see, that's why I really, at the end of the day, I'm not tripping too much right now, because I know that what we're working on is like we're still working on our passive income.
It's a marathon, bro.
Yeah, we just gotta keep it pushing, and so that would be the biggest thing. Is I would tell Proud is like don't let this shit just completely fucking unmotivate you to keep following your passion or whatever. Like you can still.
Fuck all this shit.
Like, if you're a barber, you know, you can maybe this is the time to go back on your books, like go back to watch some videos, learn some new shit. You know, so you can do that. That's what I've been doing too.
I definitely feel you on that. But man, to be honest, bro, let's talk about the podcast, because like we're at right now is episode 19. So
19.
Did you ever thought we were gonna get in this goddamn groove, bro?
Yeah.
You did?
I mean, that was the goal when I told you let's do one every fucking week.
Yeah.
Because I had done web series before for certain people, and I understood that even if you get 200, 300 views, it's cool because you're getting those views weekly. So that means that those, 150 whatever people are tuning in every single fucking week. So it's gonna you got to keep doing it every week for it to grow. So
Exactly.
And then I think our guests have been cool because they're people that like are within the community, so it's kind of cool to see somebody on the podcast. Like it's just somebody that it's a regular person, and then you see them on the podcast and they get to just explain what they've done. And I think that's the coolest part about it is that people can vent on here. Like they can kind of reflect on their careers and their life.
It's cool. Shout out to the the 19, 18, 17 guests that have been in the podcast. You know, big shout out to y'all. We're gonna keep bringing more guests in once this whole thing ends. Once it's over with.
And you can see the growth, like how people, because at first it's like
even looking back at like episode 1, 2, and 3, all the way up to 5, I would say, like you can see the change. All the episodes have like an improvement some way,
and they're gonna keep improving. Like that money that we fucking got from the church, we're not gonna just fuck it up.
Right.
we bought a desk and shit like that. So it's like. The guests are gonna keep, that's
exactly. And once we get to that point where we can invite 2 guests,
man,
and like, man, it's gonna be a totally.
That's the key. Like you said, it's a marathon. It sounds corny and shit, but you just gotta keep going. And if you're not totally prepared, you'll get prepared as you go. Like.
And I think that's the cool part, bro. I think that's why we're gonna succeed because we don't give a fuck what people think. We don't give a fuck if
we've had the fucking
if this
arms
episode
fall
averages
off and shit.
Yeah, exactly. We don't.
Yeah, like we know that we're learning. We're not saying we're fucking the best podcast and like we're gonna get better.
We're not so centered. Like we're not centered in like, oh, if this podcast get 50 views, we're gonna be depressed and shit. Like.
Yeah,
like whatever.
It's not scripted, so we're basically just going with there's nothing to hide. I think that's when shit gets fucked up. Whenever you try to put up a image or a front, we're not selling courses or we're not
exactly.
And I think that's when it gets shady. Like when it starts,
or not being sellouts, because eventually we're gonna get sponsors.
Like I'm never gonna have somebody on the Half Core podcast that I don't genuinely like respect or like have some sort of admiration for. Or, I'm not. I don't want to just get people on here for the views. Like
no.
Because that's what the way a lot of people go. They're just like ratings and shit. And ratings are good, but that's not why I'm doing this shit. Like
Yeah, I definitely feel you on that. Yeah. With that I'm definitely happy with where we at and like the growth of the podcast. Just seeing it from episode 1 all the way until now, episode 17 that we're in. 18 by the time this one drops,
and you can see the people believe in them more now. It's funny because at first it was kind of like they were confused, like what's the point of doing it or what,
Yeah, I remember a lot of people would ask us that too.
A lot of people would fuck with it. They're like, oh yeah, that's just tight.
Yeah, you get to see everybody's perspective and learn like.
And that's a consistency, basically. That's why people believe in it because they see that we're on it every single week, so they're like.
Yeah, bro.
The first few episodes, they were like, let's see how long this lasts.
Yeah, it's like anybody else. Like, they'll start a YouTube channel and start putting content out. But once they find out, like, this ain't as easy as I thought it was. Because it's really ain't easy, bro. But we enjoy this shit. And we, like, at the end of the day, it's like a win-win for everybody. So, like, we take it's pretty much part of our workflow. So, I love it, man. And like I said, I want to keep going until episode, who knows, man. All I know is, Joe Rogan, I'm coming for you, bud. Simple. So yeah, bro. So after this whole shit is done, bro, like all this quarantine and then like the coronavirus, bro, what is going to be the move?
Man, bro, I've been thinking a lot about getting healthier, just mentally fucking getting rid of bad habits. That's definitely something that I want to work on. And even with that, I can start now, just start being healthier. Because I think that's one thing, too, that people don't look at is, like, everybody's looking at the financial things behind this. But health is a big one, too. If you weren't taking care of your health before all this shit, you're more likely to die.
Yeah, I think now is the time.
Yeah. I mean, really, the time is... It should have
been a lot earlier. Yeah, you're right.
Like,
you're
exercising is something that you always should... I used to preach it so hard, you know what I'm saying? Like working out, doing yoga, doing, but then I just got in a bad, I basically started building bad habits, and then it just, I want to get rid of those bad habits and just get back on my fitness shit and all that.
Yeah.
And it's hard, bro. It's like I used to go to the gym 7 days a week, no problem. And now I think about it and I'm like, nah. I convinced myself to not work out.
That's crazy.
And
Yeah.
I know I'm going to feel good. I know it's going to be, but then I'm like, man, I think I'm going to go get a 12 pack. And then I'll end up fucking drinking and,
So why does that
listen to corridos.
why does that not motivate, but like, why does it convince you more than like going to work out and better yourself in body, mind, and
I think because my friends, bro, I have a lot of friends that like to drink and shit like that, and I enjoy their company. So,
like even when I told you like, hey, let's go fucking get a workout, and you were like, yeah, you had to think about it. When before it was like, bad.
yeah. Well, because right now I'm out of shape, so I'm like, damn, I'm really gonna be out there with these niggas that been doing this
we're
shit
all out of
for.
shape at this point, you know.
Nah, hell no.
Like-
You guys have worked out, for the past few. I mean, I know I can still work out, but I know it's gonna be tough. That's why.
Well, you got to start somewhere.
Yeah. And see, I went running the other day, and I didn't do too bad, man. But I it's random, bro. Like I was driving, and then I seen the weather was nice, so I just stopped and did it without thinking. I just went and did it, and it was cool. But
I feel like you have to, and fitness is very important, bro, because America keeps getting fatter and fatter, bro.
know,
like
for sure.
they need to stop that.
And to be honest, if I wouldn't have worked out before, I would be a weak motherfucker right now. Like I would just be fat, and like I'm glad that I know how to work out now. And,
it teaches you a lot, bro. Like it teaches you,
mentality,
it
bro.
shapes you mentally and everything. Like, if you know you're working out with a homie and you don't finish that rep, like you're gonna look like a pussy. You know what I'm saying? So like,
and see the thing, I like doing that, but I like working out by myself. Like right now that I'm getting back into the groove of things, I like working out by myself because that's how I started back in the day. Like for the first 2 years I worked out, I just did my own shit. Because when you work out with somebody else, you want to do certain workouts, and then they don't like that type of shit. So you're just kind of got to compromise your workouts for other, so by myself, if I want to fucking stretch for 30 minutes and do some breathing exercises and go in the sauna, and I'm not fucking my workouts partner their time up. I can just do whatever I want to do. So I mean, it's cool to work out with other people, but I do enjoy working out by myself.
it depends on the people, man. Like I know for a fact, like certain homies I'll get a good ass workout. I know with other I don't. It just really depends. So I like both. Like I like. Because it kind of pushes you
for sure.
To, take your shit to the next level. Even though every time I go by myself, I have a good ass workout. I always push my limits. But I don't know. It's just something that certain people have that you feed off of that energy.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah. I mean, like whenever we had that shit going on back then, you, Cac, and me, we were wrecking shit. You know? Like
bro.
It was like a, yeah.
So especially with CAC, bro, like I had to go hard.
Yeah.
Like that was no option. Like.
And yeah, for those that don't know the CAC, this guy is like, he has a breathing problem, so he can, I don't know what happened to him, but he can't really breathe. So, and he's like 37 years old, so he's in there fucking out working us, and he's an old man. Like
as crazy as it sounds,
not an old man, but we're young and healthy, and this motherfucker's in there can barely breathe and
turn shit up,
wrecking shit. So
yeah,
shout out to CAC, man.
For real. Yeah, bro, we have we have amazing people and shit, bro, supportive, and it's been amazing. And like I said, once this whole quarantine is over, obviously we want to keep growing. I want to at least put all my eggs in the Half Court Podcast basket and just keep growing, and just I want to, like I said, one of the goals is just to get to the point where, like, if NBA players are coming into the city, or artists or comedians and shit like that, and we like send them an invitation to the Half Court Podcast here in Oklahoma, they'll be like, oh shit, that's like, okay, that's the Half Court Podcast, I gotta be in that bitch. You know what I'm saying?
We're doing okay, man. I think we're doing okay. The content's been steady, so I think that's the biggest shit. Like, as long as we don't fall off
exactly
doing that. And
shout out to everybody.
It was harder at first, I think, because nobody really knew what the fuck was going on. Like now we have 19 episodes that we can show people. We have like,
and it has a structure, like it has a structure. And bro, like I get random messages sometimes that, people saying like, man, I fuck with the podcast heavily. Like,
yeah.
I'm a big
So
fan.
see, that's what's cool, man. That it's not a bunch of people, but the few little people that do fuck with it are really engaged.
Yeah, and they let us know, which is a big thing. It like fuels us up even more. You know what I'm saying? So, big shout out to the people that really let us know the value that our podcast brings.
and
that's big.
The honest people too, because I have people that do call me and they're like, hey bro, maybe you guys should just they give constructive criticism, maybe
Yeah,
you
and
guys
that's always
should,
we're always open to
yeah,
that
like
shit.
the mic thing, like you guys should get a better mic for behind the camera, or
Yeah.
just little shit, that's the I think I had somebody tell me too, like you guys should let the guest speak a little more, because of the one with J Poe. That day was just
With J Paul?
yeah.
Really?
Yeah, because you would interrupt them. So
Bro, J Paul took over that podcast. What you mean?
I don't know. That's what I had somebody tell me. They were
Yeah,
like,
for real?
yeah, like you guys kept interrupting them. So that's something that I'm more conscious of now. Not
Yeah.
to.
Nah, I feel like it's cool. It's cool.
Yeah.
Like I said, I feel like he took over that podcast.
At the end of the day, it's our podcast. So
he did great.
so fuck you. Nah, nah, but that's cool though. It is good to have constructive criticism and shit.
Yeah, it's always good. But that's what it is, bro. It's just like I said, it's not script. So sometimes we want to ask the question on the spot because we know we forget, bro. Like how many times I've gotten like a brain fart and I'm trying to like hold the question, and then when it's time for me to ask, like I'll be like,
And I think it's just one of those things that is communication things. Like, so it's good to study like just, for example, sales. That's all sales is like the conversation really flow into your. Sometimes the conversations ain't gonna flow, and that's we'll learn as we go. We'll get better with that too, like knowing better questions to ask and shit like that. So
yeah,
that's just gonna be just us sharpening our craft.
Yeah.
This is basically like a craft. Like you gotta get.
Yeah. Right now, bro, I feel like what we need to do is obviously the focus stays the same on the Half Court podcast. We really don't know how we're going to do as far as guests. So most likely if we can't find a guest or things get even crazier.
Topics or something.
Yeah, we're going to most likely just be us two for now. We don't know yet. Now.
Check it out. It sounds kind of fucked up, but we're doing everything we got to do to, like I said earlier, to contribute. But we don't really know what everybody else does, so we might have a guest that, like the day we had the nurse, like, bro, you know what I'm saying? That's kind of scary if you really think about it, because I'm doing everything to not get infected, and then we're bringing just random, people over here. So it is one of those things to think about, that I thought about. I don't know if we're going to be able to keep doing it how we're doing it, because
as much as we love to
we
bring
might have to do
in.
like, what is it called? I know a lot of like Adam 22 is
webcam.
Yeah, he's been doing webcam.
It just takes away from me.
I think that for now, if me and you gotta just do it, I think it's cool because we got plenty of shit to talk about.
Exactly, and if we gotta do maybe a live where we can answer questions or whatever the
adjusting basically is what it goes back to. Like we just gotta adjust.
Exactly, and I think like I said, if we can't find. It's a little skeptical, something to think about, because it's like what AV says, like, I don't know, man. Like, even me, I try to like hold myself and not go out too much. And then when I'm out, I make sure I'm out all day, but doing like the safest shit possible.
Yeah.
And then I go home, and once I hit home, I don't go out anymore. Like I'm done for the day. So we're trying to minimize that as much as we can. And I think the focus too, we should revamp, the Empower visuals. By the way, we have the T-shirt
and that's
on
the
deck.
thing that I was looking at is we have so much content right now that is just sitting there. Like we shared it once, we shared it twice, and then that was it.
Yeah.
So right now is the time to work on our clips. Basically just we have the content, we just got to put it out there,
Yeah, Empower Visuals, for those that don't know, is more of a creative, more of a documentary. I don't know, what would you call it, bro?
Man, it's really I would say the network.
Kind of like a network. Yeah.
Like my goal is to do little, like the little homeless project you did, music stuff, production. So like if music videos and stuff
creative
like that.
Shit and so let's do this, bro. Like what you know how we were talking about one of our goals is to open like let's just call it a warehouse where we can have like a media.
The creative warehouse.
The creative warehouse. Yeah. And if it's a warehouse, we probably end up calling it that. I like that name. I like that fucking name.
I'm getting good
like,
at coming up with names.
Even, yeah, you're pretty good, bro. The views. Shit. The Empower Visuals. And shit, I've been like, man, I'm going to call myself Darwin the Creator because I'm always about creating. But the creative warehouse, I fucking love that.
Creative warehouse.
So,
yeah, man. So
that's something we want to do. And to give you guys a concept, pretty much, we want to have a room. It's just going to be the creative warehouse where all creators here in Oklahoma City can just get together and just create shit. You know what I'm saying? Get to meet and link up with other creators and just do some fun shit, you know, like there's going to be a room.
Basically, use everybody's resources in the same place because I think that's, like, for example, with our shit, it's like a collective thing, you know, like with the logo. Jay Paulo came up with the logo and then you added the color. And so when you get a bunch of creatives together, it's just bound to make good shit happen. You know,
exactly. Like that collab I did with Dylan. Shout out to Dylan. Very talented photographer. He killed that shit. We did I would say you can call it a COVID-19 photo shoot with gloves and mask. And it was out of nowhere. This was last minute shit. He posted a story on Instagram and I was like, he was looking for a model or looking for people, just to say it that way. And I was like, let's do it, bro. Let's do it. I didn't have nothing better to do. It was cold too. That was the crazy part. It was cold. And I was like, let's do it.
It was a vibe, man.
And it was a vibe. As cold as it was and challenging, it was a vibe, and I had a lot of fun. And like more than anything, I feel like I was able to just establish that, you know, network and connection with the homie, you know. And so it's like,
you guys put a good work out there. Like that shit right there, the video that you guys did is like high quality. Anybody that looks at it and is from Oklahoma is like, oh shit, that's my city. That shit.
Yeah, and that's the crazy part, because not only did it was two different worlds, which was the photography and the video. I was like, I'm gonna do a video while I'm at it, and keeping track of all of it, bro. I did a video, the photo shoot, and a vlog. So my mind was everywhere, bro. Like I had to make sure the camera was rolling. I had to make sure I was scripting it in my head and like planning out angles and shit. So it was a lot, bro. I didn't know how much work a videographer had to put until I became one fully. I admire the fuck out of these creative people, bro.
Yeah,
like
man.
You, bro, I saw the one you did for Youngin and Gasoline and shit. What was it called? You did a lot for them, but this one was like just I was entertained the whole time. What was it called? It was
Pull Up. I think that was a
Pull Up, bro.
Yeah, that shit.
There's something about that one that is just like boom, 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 boom. The way you structured it, and I'm pretty sure like the way you fucking scripted, like you guys be here.
The one with JB too. That one was pretty.
That was a story one. Yeah. That was more of a story based one. The other one
that shit can get stressful, bro, because if you don't get, like you put all this work on like the script, and then like when you're shooting, if you don't.
Because you already have it in your head, but you got to make sure.
Yeah, bro. If you don't get certain shit and you come back, you're like, damn it. Like, it didn't work. And that shit sucks. But
yeah, bro. I definitely feel you. Because you have it already in your head. Imagine you're like, oh, shit, this shit looks good. Yeah. So you got it. Your job, your mission is to make sure you get it in the frame. You know, so like, I was like, man,
tell the story like from point A to Z, you know,
it's a lot of work, bro. Part. It's a lot of work to it because I was put on the spot. I'm like, fuck, this was a last minute thing. Like, what am I gonna do? What story am I gonna tell? And it was a little bit of everything, bro. It was more of like a loneliness, but we're also doing a little bit of creative. Had Dylan taking a couple of pictures, and then at the end of the video, I just took off all the stuff and like, no, this is a fucking dream. Took off everything, and then boom, there was a merch.
Commercial.
Boom, it was like an ad, bro. And shout out to all the people that shared the little commercial in their stories, Instagrams, Facebook,
that shit was tight.
We got a lot of good ass feedback. So shout out to everyone.
And see, like things like that, that's cool. That's what I'm saying. That would be cool to. It gives it more structure. If we can be consistent with the creative videos like that too, I think that would be cool.
Exactly.
That way, and people are looking at the. It's not just a podcast, you know. We're still.
And somehow we can tie the creative into
you know, we're still gonna fucking bring some other sauce to it, because I don't think there's any podcasts that are out there really like doing videos like that, you know.
Yeah, it's something different. So like I was telling you, like we could just have to. I feel like we have to revamp the Empower Visuals, keep doing what we're doing, sharing more content, especially on Instagram, bro. I feel like the Instagram is dead, bro.
It is.
I was gonna tell you that. Like,
it's a lot of work, man.
It's a lot, bro. It's a lot.
See, right now, that's the thing. I've been writing a lot too lately, so I've been kind of just putting the things that I need to do. You know what I'm saying? Like really writing them down and fucking checking them off, because I got out of the habit of doing that. Like I would just freestyle shit. And so yeah, really bringing structure into my life is something I need to, because there for a minute I was just creating, not giving a fuck.
Yeah.
Living like a rock star.
I think where like one of my weaknesses when it comes to the video part is to sit down and write a script. So I don't know if it's just something that like that. The last video I did, I was more on the spot, but I normally have them planned in my head. But I know I need to sit down if I want to take my shit to the next level. Sit down and wite a script.
Yeah,
and I suck at that.
So the way I go about it is I just write a story first without really like any real structure of like who's gonna be the characters or who, you know. I just write the story that I want to tell, and then break it down after that. Like with music videos, it's kind of easier.
You write the story and then you start figuring out like what angles and what.
Yeah, that would be the last thing, you know, like the angles and all that. First, I just think about the story, like first the story, and then I go in there and just kind of break it down by the scenes. So first scene, second scene, third scene, and then that's kind of how I just tie everything together, you know. But first, I just do a story, like without any structure, just a story, boom, and then break it down. But break it down by the scene, because you need to know every single scene, you know. So like for music videos, I'll just have a shot list.
Yeah.
Boom. And I haven't got to work with you on a story video like that, but I'll have a shot list, like boom, 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 boom.
How long does it normally take you to just get this?
So when I did Kiddo's video, that was probably one of the ones that had the most story, more characters, all that shit. It took me probably like 2 days of sitting down and like listening to the song over and over and like
kind of picturing,
like
structuring
like just so I came up with the story, and then I put the song down, basically put the times. So at this time, this is gonna happen, this is gonna happen, this is gonna happen, and then I shot the performances, and then we shot. So I did a day of performances, and then I did a day of story. So that way we would just focus on the story, and then I think we did like one performance scene and tied to the story that ended up just working, you know. But it was probably like a week and a half. But see, the thing is that since we had so many characters, that's the thing to think about too. We had so many characters that it was hard to schedule everybody the same day.
Yeah.
So people and they weren't getting paid, so it was like on their time type of shit.
Yeah.
You know, we had to work with this. So that was the hardest part. Is scheduling. The scheduling was the hardest part.
Yeah. Hopefully we don't have that issue when it comes to inviting more than just one guest. I don't think it should be that much of an issue, but I know scheduling is it's a thing because we all have busy lives, you know?
Yeah. And the thing with scheduling creative shit is it's kind of crazy too, bro, because when you're dealing with like when you want to do acting shit and all that, you want to have your people on a good. You don't want them to be rushed or, you know, and that was a problem. Like I didn't want to shoot some shit after work. Like this dude just got off of work and he's fucking tired and I wanted to get him fresh and just like, you know.
Yeah, I feel you on that.
You can't rush that shit. Like I may have to make you do that shit 10 times, 15 times. So I don't want you to be like, oh, what time am I going to leave? Or, you know?
Exactly. Yeah. I feel you on that. So yeah, going back to the, you know, the goals and the media shit, bro. So like, we want to have the creative warehouse where, like I said, all the creators can get together and create shit and have fun. One room is going to be strictly for the podcast. Another one's going to be for photo, video shoots, music videos, and stuff of that nature. Another one's going to be a lot of crazy stuff. You know, like another room can be just a playroom where you have a pool table and shit like that. And
people can vibe, man, because that's the most important part of creating is the vibe has to be right. And like, you gotta have that place where you can create, like studios, like recording studios. A lot of people, they won't go to the studio if they can't smoke or if they can't, you know, because that's part of their vibe. So it's like a place where you can just.
Exactly. Yeah. So if we invite a guest that's big on rolling up a joint,
go ahead.
Go ahead. Yeah. Knock yourself out, you know? So we definitely. So when you think we can make this shit possible, bro?
I don't know. Right now, to be honest, with this whole
this kind of fucked it up.
Shit,
it really did.
I don't know.
Yeah.
Right now, I'm not even thinking of that, to be honest, too much. I mean, it's always in the back of my head, but it's not like I'm really looking into fucking buildings and shit right now. Maybe we should be driving around, looking around and shit, just
I
for the
think
fuck of it.
for the fuck of it, I think would be cool.
Yeah, but I don't know. Yeah, right now we'll see what's up, man.
I'm at least shoot
right
for.
now. Right now I'm out of a job. I might have to go create a premium snap or something. Valió verga, pariente.
Shit. I think I'm gonna shoot for the end of next year. I'm just gonna shoot for that if we're still alive. You know, probably this fucking virus will fucking clean us all out, but we don't know. But yeah,
we'll see what's up with that. Right now, yeah, basically just keep that's my goal, to just keep doing this fucking podcast and making it better.
Yeah, I would say that. I would say the same, man.
Maybe a couple music videos if we can get some good artists that are that have some cool songs and shit. But
that's the thing, bro. It's like
it's hard.
It's hard, bro. Like not every artist have the budget, and it's not like we're charging an arm and a leg. But I feel like the value that we provide as far as quality. And
no. Well, the thing is, like, if what I mean by that is, once we're over all this bullshit, I'd like to work with people that for example, Jay Lewis, I had a conversation with him on Instagram not too long ago, and it'd be awesome to go and work with him. You know, he came down here to work, so if I can schedule something with other artists not from here necessarily, like tag Jay Lewis, you know, hit him up, even if I don't make a whole lot of money out of it, just to be able to work with them.
Yeah, I mean, as long as it's fun and you know,
like I wouldn't just like I want to for example, Dizzy Wright, like I like his shit, so I want to be able to work with people that I admire, you know. Like I feel like I already worked with everybody in the city, so if I was to do music videos again, I mean, you know, I'm fucking with Gastu, so I'll for sure be shooting his shit when he needs it. But I want to work with bigger artists, just like not just bigger, but people that I fuck with, you know.
Yeah, that last music video we shot for him was pretty good, and it's doing pretty good. You know, not too bad on numbers, and it's high quality shit, man. I feel like that is just a lot of shit going on as far as the visuals, but we definitely killed that one. And
I mean, my goal was to travel a little more this year. That was like I wanted to get some videos, and I wanted to go to New York. That was the first place that I wanted to go to.
We talked about it too, like just to go and just do some fun shit, creative shit. I was even thinking like when I go there, bro, I have to fucking get on a helicopter and ride through Manhattan. Like I gotta see all the fucking. I have to. Like
that's the thing. This whole thing slowed everything down. We were supposed to go to South by Southwest, but they canceled that shit. So basically, we're gonna have to, you know, hopefully next year everything's back to normal and we can go. And maybe that it'll be better because we'll be more established, and
our name is definitely gonna be more out there. But yeah, bro, this shit is crazy. I don't know, man. I don't know.
What do you think of this whole situation, Chino?
Shit's crazy. How are you doing with it, bro? How are you adapting and shit?
I'm just living. We still working.
Yeah, got a lot of business.
No, definitely slowed down.
Yeah, so. It takes a lot, bro.
Everything slowed down, man. Like my dad had like 2 kitchens that lined up, big jobs. They just stopped. They just paused them. They were like, "We're still gonna fuck with you, but let's just wait because we don't know what, you know. People are just they don't. The kitchen's really not necessary."
Yeah.
Like I'm pretty sure a lot of people planned. You know, they were planning all kinds of shit, bro. Like home improvement projects, all kinds of shit that just got put on hold. Like. Yeah.
Yeah, and I know that's why Trump he's scared, bro. He's scared of. That's why he's like, man, you come May 1st.
Okay, so if you woke up tomorrow and the dollar wasn't worth anything, what would you do?
So if the dollar wasn't worth anything,
you woke up tomorrow and you got all the money you got
is not worth shit.
Yeah, it doesn't.
I don't know, bro. Probably go to Mexico.
Mexico?
Yeah.
Why Mexico? Go back to Puerto Rico.
Nigga, fuck you.
We don't want you.
You don't tell me where to go.
I'm just fucking with you. Go to Mexico?
Yeah.
What would you do if you woke up tomorrow and the money just wasn't worth the shit?
I still have my looks, you know, long ways.
Premium Snapchat, I heard.
My character, I bring in a lot of value, so I can make money somehow.
No. But money, like if money wasn't like.
Okay, I can still barter for other things.
Okay.
You know what I mean?
So barter.
Knowledge.
Okay.
Just other things. I have
Yeah. Chino was, Chino runs a pretty solid business. And when this hit, you were able to make sure your employees got taken care of.
Always.
So not everybody does that. So, like, how did you, like, you just wanted to make sure, like, all right, I want to make sure, because that's a big, bro. Like, I always say, like, now is the time to find out if the company you work for is, like.
Yeah, not just your company, and then you get to see everybody's selfish side right now.
Exactly.
Because some people aren't giving a fuck. They're still out there, yeah, just not giving a fuck. You see everybody's true colors.
Yeah, but
and that's basically how it is, bro. Every time like you're in a tight situation, that's when you know that person's character. If you get pulled over with somebody, or you fucking, get caught doing some illegal shit or something with somebody, that's when you know who's gonna fucking break. And yeah, it's
yeah, with all this, it's yeah, you get everybody
when you're broke, so that's another time when when people really fuck with you, because if you
yeah, you get to see how people are not prepared for shit like this. And like I said, this is just some slight shit. Now if shit were to go worse, forget about it. We're dead.
This shit ain't slight, nigga. This is some.
It's slight to the level that like you shouldn't be panicking and overbuying shit at Walmart, because you don't need a shit ton of fucking toilet paper when you are like two household. Like there's only two in the house.
Yeah,
you don't need a shit ton of meat when you know it's gonna rotten because you weren't able to eat all of it. You know what I'm saying? That's the kind of shit you gotta be mindful of.
Yeah.
Like why do you gotta go to fucking Academy and buy all the bullets?
At the end of the day, the warehouses where the food is at are still full. Like that's what one of my homies works there, and I'm like, bro, is it like? He's like, it's definitely going out quicker, but he's like, we still got a lot of shit, bro. Like it's not like it's fucking.
So yeah, you go to the point where you go and do groceries and you look at these signs and they're all say, oh, 1 item per person.
Yeah.
Because we don't know how to act.
Yeah, bro.
And this, like I said, it's hella serious, but it ain't nothing like people losing their minds and fucking breaking into stores, or I don't know, some crazy fucking shit where like I feel you should be more, like
we'll see,
not panic, bro.
We'll see in the next,
and help each other out and like.
We'll see
create more unity type shit, because yeah, like I went to Academy, bro, and I was wanting to go to the gun range. No bullets, guns very low. Like the shells were great. I'm like, what the fuck is y'all doing? Like, what are y'all gonna do? Create a purge, the next purge or some shit? You know what I'm saying?
People just don't know. The people are just.
Or we're gonna rob somebody for their toilet paper or some shit.
Well, let's just say if
survival of the fittest.
Down, you know what I mean? And you don't have no food or nothing. What are you gonna do? Survive by any means,
Oh shoot!
You're gonna do whatever to protect your family too.
That's I get that.
See, that's the thing that. Imagine back in the day, like if you had to, we'd be fucked, bro. Like if we had to go out and hunt for our own, like you got to go kill that fucking cow and then bring it back to the house, and imagine we'd be fucked, bro.
Well, definitely the modern days made it a lot easier for us. We used to getting everything in our hands. Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
We're pussies.
And that's why, and that's why we're so. But it's interesting, bro, because I feel like Joe Rogan said he'd rather hunt his own food than to just buy it at the supermarket, because
that makes sense.
They fucking torture these animals, bro. Like,
so all that might as well just do it yourself.
And then like when you torture the animal, you put them through all this stress, like that goes into their body, bro. Like, so you're consuming a stress. Yeah, you're consuming an animal that went through stress.
Yep.
As a rather of just hunting one, boom, you kill them. That's it.
You are what you eat.
Yeah. So you shot a fucking, let's say a deer, because I know they hunt deers and eat them. You shot a deer, boom, that's it. You fucking get their meat and eat it and whatever. Instead of torturing and slaughtering their throats and letting them bleed out, like it's crazy, bro. Like
injecting them with shit.
That is definitely an industry that's very dark and contaminating in a way, the meat industry, because they don't give a fuck.
Yeah,
they don't give a fuck, and they have like a lot of fucking.
That's why sometimes that farm life sounds pretty cool. Like when you're younger, you're like, nah, that shit's fucking lame. I don't want to live in no ranch. But then you really think about it, and
where you can just,
if you just have your own fucking animals that you can eat and your own crops, and you don't need to go to Walmart. You don't need to go to, like, imagine if right now in your backyard you had tomatoes and all the basic shit that you
Yeah,
could.
I think the hard part, if I were to, have a farm or a ranch or whatever, is like putting the damn animal down. Like I have a
It's the food chain, nigga.
yeah. I was like, I couldn't do it. I probably had something easy to just knock them out or some shit, maybe that, but I just couldn't do it.
Yeah, in Mexico, I mean, I've seen it a lot of times when they kill the goats and shit.
I seen.
Just, like, fucking slice.
Yeah, I
them
had
and-
when I was a kid, I went to my homie's house and they were like, "Oh, we're having rabbit." And I was like, "Cool." I thought it was already a supermarket shit. Now he has the rabbit by the fucking legs and it's still alive. Boom. That's it. That's all she wrote. I was like, "Oh fuck, I didn't eat that." I was like, "Nah."
You did it?
Nah, bro.
No, you were like, no.
I was
fuck that.
traumatized. I was like, "Fuck no." Like,
You saw that?
'cause I saw that fucking rabbit jumping and shit. So I was like, "Nah, I'm good." Yeah, bro. Like,
Yeah.
you know what I'm saying? I'm a kid and shit, and I
Yeah,
like
yeah.
rabbits. So it's like seeing
That's
that shit.
fucked up.
Yeah.
You were
So-
just petting them and shit.
Yeah, bro. And they're like, "Oh, there's the rabbit."
Yeah,
Boom.
man. I seen pigs get killed, goats. That's probably it. And
How
then we
did they-
ate them afterwards.
How did they kill goats? They just
Sliced their neck, I believe, and they bleed out. So you see the fucking blood, like it drains out, and then they'll tie their feet, like the back of their feet. They hang them, and then they'll slice them by the.
oh yeah, they kind of get their skin out or some
yeah,
shit.
and then like there was this older man in town that knew how to like clean it, and so basically he would do all that shit. He already knew how to, like with pigs, he would get their intestines
Yeah.
and wash them.
See, I rather go fishing, but not here in the ocean, cause
I don't know fishing. I never got into fishing, man.
it's cool, bro. It's
I
a
don't know
cool
if
little hobby. I think when you go fishing here in a lake, that's nasty as shit. Cause first of all, it's stuck water. It's water that's there just floating.
And I mean, a lot of people just fish and then they throw them back, though, right? Like
Some people go and eat them, bro.
from the lake.
I got a homie that eats them from the lake. So it's like, that's nasty. The lake is nasty as it is already.
People
Like, I'll
piss
go
in
because
it
there's a
and-
boat or a jet ski or whatever.
Yeah.
But if there's not a boat, jet ski, don't invite me to the lake because I'm not going. It's just nasty. Nasty water. It's just water stuck there. So people piss, spit. You get what I'm saying? That's a no-no.
I'm not a good swimmer, so I don't even fuck with the lake.
Yeah, so like with me, even like I was one of the person that used to say like, bro, the ocean is nasty as fuck.
The ocean?
Yeah,
But
because
the ocean is, I mean,
it's
I
big,
guess
but
it depends where you go, right? Because
nah, the ocean in general. But just imagine like animals getting killed all the time. Blood is just floating.
Yeah.
It washes out eventually, but blood, fucking, a lot of fucking boats is sinked. A lot of just in general like guts and fucking dead bodies
Dirty
and
shit.
that's a lot of shit.
Yeah.
So like, in a way, it's a little nasty, but it kind of washes itself out. Cause like
I don't know how that shit works. The salt.
it's crazy. Yeah, it's just it's crazy, you know. So like you see these fucking big ass wells.
I'm not gonna lie. That's probably one of my biggest fucking fears, to drown.
It is a fear, bro. I think yes, like we did a road trip and we passed through Alabama and we saw the beach. It was at night. I was
Nigga, you don't have no, like, when you're like, if it's a deep, like you're just.
if I can't see the water, fuck no. I think the most terrifying thing is they have you drop, like you're riding on a helicopter and they just drop your ass in the middle of the night.
Yes.
in the middle of the ocean.
Bro.
What the fuck is under me? So imagine like they're
Like
dropping
those
you from a
the
helicopter.
special ops in the Navy and Air Force and shit. They do shit.
They
like
do that
They
shit.
just yeah, fuck that. That's crazy.
So you imagine you getting dropped in the middle of the night. Like you don't know what the fuck is under you, bro. Like I
Yeah,
always
see, that's
think-
what I'm saying. We're fucking pussies, bro. Like,
we're not ready for this shit, bro.
And those special op videos that I watched, these fools get drowned and shit. Like they get fucking.
One of the tasks, bro, is like they tie your hands and feet and they'll throw you in the water, bro, with the fucking weight. And you got to manage to get the fuck out of it. So imagine your anxiety kicking in and like you're like, oh, fuck. Like
Yeah, see that shit.
and
right
not,
there, bro.
I think it's not even front. I think it's back. So that's worse. So they'll tie your hands in the back, tie your feet, put a weight on you, and then drop you in the fucking pool.
Yeah, that's some shit.
My anxiety would kick in quick, bro. Like, I don't know. I don't know, bro. I'm dead at that point. I feel like I'm dead. But yeah, bro, we're definitely, we're not prepared for this shit. Like even me, bro, like I'll go a day and do some hard labor. I'm like, fuck, I'm not built for this shit.
Yeah, when I go work with my dad, usually like that week, my body's just hurting, man, because I'm using clamps and fucking.
How much weight did my grandpa used to carry around when he was in the army? 70. So he had 70 pounds in his back.
And they're walking
miles with like what? A week without sleeping or some shit, 48 hours, 2 days or some shit like that.
Hey, we need to get some military people on here.
I would love to have my grandpa, but I don't know if it's a good idea though.
Well, a
Maybe
military person is not scared to talk about shit, because I know a lot of people, they got, what is it, PTSD
What you think, Santi?
and shit. No.
I really don't know.
It's like a
You never know.
my grandpa. I don't know if like that's the thing, bro. Like my grandpa went to the Vietnam War, and like I said before, I feel like it would trigger shit. Like talking about. Because I remember when I was a kid, I asked him, bro, like, hey, Grandpa, I was curious. Like, hey, Grandpa, how many people you killed? He's like, I don't want to talk about it. Serious. Like, I don't want to talk about it. Like,
no, that's the thing, bro. That's what I'm saying. Like, it'd be cool to get somebody that wouldn't give a fuck about talking about it. Because I know that it's a touchy subject for a lot of people.
Well,
like,
that's the thing, bro. Like, you could get an army person, but somebody that went to war, like, I think that would be, like, the tight part. I know both of my grandpa and his brother went to the Vietnam War. Yeah, this is some crazy shit.
Yeah, some bad motherfuckers.
I know I feel like maybe Furman, my grandpa's brother.
So whenever you talk to him now, does
well, it's crazy because I kind of talked to him about
he speaks English or Spanish?
Both. He can do both.
Okay.
So when I talk to him about the army, he always ends up just kind of, he doesn't talk about the war. He talks about like preparation, like how badass their technology and their preparation and shit, but nothing too crazy as far as the war.
So what does he do now? Like, what a conversation with your grandpa? What is a conversation with your grandpa about? What do y'all talk about?
I always like to talk about army because it's something cool that I admire a lot from him because he went to that shit, and I shit, especially in Vietnam, bro, like just being in there. I believe he survived about 19 days in the jungle right after the war was like over.
Like, imagine that shit, bro.
30? So he was a month in that jungle, just like not knowing what the fuck, like if he's gonna get rescued or trying to hide from the the enemies, So it's like fuck. So like that shit. In general, like
to survive that, you got
mentally. I think it's
you
just
got to be a strong motherfucker.
Yeah, so I believe what my aunt tells me and everything when they tell this story is like, yeah, he was in the news and everything. Like he was on newspapers when they found him and shit, but he lost a lot of soldiers because I think he was a sergeant, so he had his his own squad and shit. But I think the crazy part, and I feel like the U.S. needs to do better, is to take care of the veterans. I feel like they don't take care of them as they supposed to.
Yeah, because they did a lot.
They served the country, bro. They served for a conflict that really, I don't know if it made sense at the end of the day.
Yeah, it really had nothing to do with them.
Yeah,
they're just
some disagreement.
I mean, that's one of those. That's a subject that's like touchy, like because you don't. Yeah, bro, you don't know what you're. I mean, I don't. Because I've asked a lot of military people like, why are we fighting, and most of them can't answer it. Oh, I don't know, bro. You got to talk to an officer or something. I really don't know. So they don't. That to me is fucking scary, bro. You're out there killing motherfuckers and fighting for a cause that you don't. To each their own, I couldn't.
Yeah. Although I think if there was, hopefully it doesn't happen ever in a lifetime. But if there was a war, I feel like not that many soldiers would be involved just because of technology and the way the military the military
the pressing buttons,
a button, get a missile to follow your ass or whatever, a fucking plane. Or I feel like with technology and AI, we're like eventually it's gonna get to the point where we'll probably end up building our fucking own Terminators and shit, But hopefully it doesn't get to that point. Hopefully we can just stay in peace and fucking figure shit out, So
yeah, smoke some fucking weed and chill out.
About our president though, like.
Hey, he's funny. He's funny.
He's an entertainer. Like that's for sure, bro. Like I don't know what to expect. I hope he doesn't get reelected.
So does this mean that he's like the worst president?
By far, yeah.
What you think, unemployment is I mean, it wasn't really his fault.
You said what?
He did a lot economically, though. He helps a lot of.
There's 6 million unemployed people right now.
I mean, right now it's
Well, that's what I'm saying. Does this make him the worst? Like, if you look at the numbers, even though it's a pandemic.
Well, and that's the thing, bro. Apparently,
The
they
numbers
told
are
him.
shitty right now.
Yeah, they told him in January they had like, hey, this virus is serious, even though it's still over there, spreading over to Europe.
Bro,
and
but we
shit.
do this shit all the time. Katrina was the same shit. We knew about it, and we were just like, it's not gonna happen. It's not gonna happen. And we were warned about it. We just waited until it happened, and then
But why though?
because we're fucking retarded, and we just care about money, and we just care about paying bills and doing our everyday routine. That we're like, we're not gonna disturb this routine because we're gotta pay bills, and then the shit happens and people die, and you know that's why right now it's stupid. Like, it's like people are like, oh, well, I got bills to pay. You're gonna fucking die, idiot. You know, like, it sounds fucked up, bro. You know, but sometimes you gotta be mean for people to fucking understand shit. Like,
yeah, I don't know, bro. He's definitely loves to create controversy, and the way he expressed himself, like I've never seen.
Donald Trump. Yeah, he's just one of those motherfuckers that had money, and his money always fixed his problem, so he can talk to people however the fuck he wants, because there's what are you gonna do?
At
Like,
the end of the day, he's still gonna be rich. If
yeah.
he's president or not.
Exactly.
Financially.
You think he's gonna get reelected?
I really don't give a fuck, to be honest.
Because he has an impeachment going on, so I don't know if that's gonna affect him getting reelected or no. But he might do some fucking. He might cheat the system.
Yeah.
He did it last time.
We'll see what's up, but I don't know. He looks kind of unhealthy, bro. I think that motherfucker just probably gonna. No, that sounds fucked up, huh? But I don't think he has many years left, bro. He looks a little fucking.
Bro. You got to think about it, bro. Being in the office is a big fucking job.
He's already. How old is he?
Like 60.
Looks like
he looks.
Yeah, bro. He's a little. I mean, that motherfucker's done some shit.
Yeah. So, I mean, Obama, bro. Obama went there.
So what do you think this Grant Cardone situation?
Well, I haven't done much research on it. Based on what you told me, you said this guy is he's using other people's money. So he create a course, and he's using other people's money he uses other people's money to invest and promise them the double of the amount that they give him. So
he has an agency where he teaches people how to sell and how to be rich and shit. So you go through the agency, you pay his course or whatever, and then.
Hey, who's Grant Cardone for the people that don't know?
So real estate dude. Like how I found out about Grant Cardone was sales. Like
sales, I would say.
When I was doing sales, I was looking at how to become a better salesman. So I found Grant Cardone, and he gave really good information for free. So that's why I fuck with Grant Cardone. But I was so disappointed, bro. I was hurt, if anything.
I think
it's like when we used to watch like the fitness people, and they would be like, "This nigga's on steroids." Now I can't believe anything he says.
Exactly.
You're full of shit.
It kind of hit that. It didn't hit that much for me. I did learn a lot from Grant Cardone because I used to watch his series on YouTube called Young Hustlers.
Yeah.
And that was pretty tight. And then I also read his book.
Like even that, it got to the point like those shows, the people that he has on there is like people that he's making money with, like just the money basically.
Yeah, I read his book, Sold or Be Sold, Sell or Be Sold, and I got a lot of value from it. But then, once you start doing your research on it, it's like fucked up.
Yeah.
Because you're taking other people's money, saying that, hey, I'm going to duplicate this. But what you're doing is investing in properties and whatever the fuck you're investing in. But you're doing it for yourself, hoping it makes you the profit so you can give something back to.
Yeah, it's a little selfish, man. And that's really like the thing that's kind of fucked up. Like he's living like this really flashy lifestyle, but it's not even really his money, He's just. That's why I was just like, damn, Uncle G.
It hit you hard, huh?
Kinda. I was just like, this motherfucker. So that's like, I want the podcast, the people that we have on here to not be no fake fuckers, like, because I watched the podcast with him and the Wolf of Wall Street, and the dude owned him because you could tell that he had something to hide. Like,
and I'm gonna be 100 too, bro. If you come in this podcast and we know it's bullshit, you might get fucking put on the spot because it's just not
cool.
It's not cool.
Yeah,
like,
man,
what are you fucking gaining from this shit? Like.
And at the end of the day, like, one thing that I would always feel with Grant Cardone is like he would give you information, but he wouldn't tell you the whole thing. It's like he would say certain things, and then for you to go buy that course. So you buy the course, and then it's like there's a trick. You know what I'm saying? It's like
you know, I feel like Gary Vee is
like you're rich. Okay, we get it. How do you do it? You know what I'm saying? Like that's what people
see,
want to know.
that's why I
at the
fuck
end
with
of the day.
Gary Vee, bro. Gary Vee keeps it 100, and he might not give you like the detail and shit as far as like what exactly to do, but he gives you enough advice, enough motivation for you to get your ass up, you know, off the couch or whatever the fuck it is.
Yeah, man. I
and do
feel like
shit.
like in general, all those like what is it?
And he doesn't sell shit, bro. He's like,
gurus. That's what they're called, right?
yeah,
It's scary, bro, because young people listen to them. They listen to their advice, their everything, but man, that shit is kind of their life is so different than other people's, you know. So it's
I feel like you have to provide value. If you're gonna sell courses, provide value first. So I'm gonna give you an example. There's these cats that I follow on YouTube. They always put a video on something. So let's say the best 10 ways to light. They'll give you a 10-minute YouTube video and tell you those 10 best ways to light, but then they have a more detail.
To what?
Like to light up, use lighting.
Okay.
So like to use lighting on a set
yeah.
or best camera angles or whatever, they'll show you. They'll give you a fucking tutorial on that.
And then you can go buy something.
And then they'll be like, oh, we have more details, more courses.
Yeah.
Look up like, and like just looking at the video, you're like, damn, this shit, I learned some shit. So some people just be like, I'll take it and run. And some people be like, oh, I'll click in it and get the course.
Let me go ahead and buy this.
Because they're already providing value for free just with that YouTube video. Like they've done a shit ton of those YouTube videos. Whether it's lighting or fucking different angles or color grading, like it's provides some type
That's
of
like
value.
kind of with the fitness people, they'll give you a tutorial and then you can kind of like buy their
Exactly.
yeah.
Exactly. Like
And that's cool, you know what I'm saying? As long as you're providing some sort of value and not scamming people.
yeah, not waxing people and everything. I feel like if we decide to do a course one day or whatever the case is.
I had somebody hit me up the other day and they told me about that. They were like, you should create a course where you but I'm like, man, bro,
what
I don't
kind
know.
of course though?
They said video. They were like, because they were like, you're good at it, and I know there's a lot of people that want to learn how to do it. But I don't know. I feel like there's people out there already doing that, and
It depends, bro. I feel like once you more like I always say, bro, it's more about
Better.
building your name. You open a barbershop, build your name so you can get the people in. You build.
See, like with the whole barber lifestyle, that would be cool because there's nothing out there really that teaches you how to pass state board exam, so that would be cool to put a course together of just everything. Like this is how you pass the test. This is how you when somebody buys this shit, they're actually gonna benefit from it. Like when I bought those barber,
but you want people to buy it seamlessly though. That's when it comes to building your name. And shit,
putting free content out there, and then
it's like the people in the city, bro. Like they didn't hesitate to buy the shirts, bro, because they fucking seen the consistency. They seen the value in our episodes and shit. And they might not see the whole thing. They might not have time to see the whole thing or whatever the case is.
But the little bit
they see,
they were like,
they see it. And they're like, I'm gonna fuck with it. I'm gonna support it, So
yeah, I guess with that whole Grant Cardone situation is just for the young people. Don't everybody you listen to just like know that most people aren't gonna be so honest,
Exactly.
Like
so
they're not. Don't be looking at the fucking jet and the Range Rover and the all this shit because you don't know what really he's going through for that. Like
he's in a deep hole right now.
Yeah, bro, it's nasty debt. That's just like like.
Don't put on a mask. That's just bottom line. Don't put on a mask to be somebody you're not, because it's just long.
When it comes to light, you look like a real fucking idiot. It's better to just be humble and humble. I think that's one thing that this whole epidemic or whatever the fuck is teaching people too.
Yeah, especially celebrities that are shitting their pants because they know they're not safe, even them and shit. And
all the money in the world can't save you from this shit.
Nothing. And I'm going to say fuck you to all them celebrities that say, you know what, stay at home. We all can do this together. When they got a fucking 20,000 square feet goddamn mansion and shit. Yeah, it's easy to say that, Fuck you.
But even then, bro, they probably don't like being home.
Bro, when you have everything, a fucking movie theater, you have a fucking gym, a basketball court, a fucking golf course. Like, come on, bro. A pool.
Yeah.
But the majority, I'm not saying all of them, but the majority probably have passive income. Yeah. Rappers have royalties.
Well, and then, I mean, like right now, a lot of people are selling their houses and shit, bro. Like celebrities and shit. They're
And
just
that's the thing, bro.
"Fuck
Like, I
this,
feel
don't-"
like
they're like, I don't need all this shit. Fuck it.
exactly when you
Right now, like,
Yeah.
millions and millions.
once you get to that point where you're up there and you're making a lot of money, but like the expenses though, like
That's what
imagine
he was
just
saying,
like
the out like the like their bills are way more.
yeah.
you
So
know,
like to mow the lawn, how much that has to cost them to keep it
All that shit.
every
the pool, they gotta like keep the pools
The pool
with
clean.
the chemicals and all that.
Yeah.
shit. Like, man, being rich is like some shit, bro. You gotta fucking
because it's not only getting there, it's just maintaining,
Yeah.
like staying up there. So, yeah, man, we're gonna go ahead and we've been here for quite an hour and 15 minutes, AV. So, anything else you want to talk
Hour
about?
and 15. What else did we? Fucking,
Is that my hoodie, Chino?
Yes, sir.
Let me see it, bro.
Yeah, man. Just everybody, keep your mind right. We're gonna go do a workout right now. So, oh yeah, I wanted to talk about dopamine.
Go ahead, bro. Because I feel like that's something people are gonna take advantage of.
Yeah. So dopamine, man. There's this dude, Alex Becker, on YouTube. Go check him out. He has a video on how dopamine works, and basically what it is we arouse ourselves with.
Shout out to fucking Chino for the hoodie and shit. Be repping it even if it's summer. Fuck
And
it.
he made his own logo. Look at that.
Ah, shit.
See, we got creators all
I'm telling
around.
you, man.
this
Support,
motherfucker.
support. More than anything. Shout out to Chino for that shit.
Okay, so dopamine, basically all this shit right here, drugs, fucking sex, food, all that shit. We end up overwhelming ourselves with it, so it gets to the point where our receptors kind of fuck up, and we're so used to getting that dopamine that even if we do shit that's really exciting, we're not even happy anymore. And the reason why that is because you're basically overworking those fucking receptors. So that's something that I'm gonna try. It's a dopamine cleanse. So it's gonna be tough. I'm not gonna lie. This is probably gonna be one of my biggest life challenges because it's everything is dopamine. Like
Exactly.
humans are ran by dopamine. So I don't know that's just an interesting subject to look into right now that we have the time to do that type of shit because we can't go out. We can't. Right now is a good time to kind of cleanse your vibes and all that. So with the dopamine detox, that's basically what that you basically search for the dopamine in other places that's not substance or shit like that. So
Yeah, I'm excited to see how that goes, and I'm gonna definitely give it a shot. It was something very interesting when you brought that topic the other day, and even talked about like bioenergetics. That's something very interesting.
And see, it's gonna be tough, man, because like I said, everything that you do to chase that dopamine.
Yeah.
So, for example, I'm used to first thing in the morning instead of coffee, I'll have this shit, which has 240 milligrams of caffeine.
That's a lot, brother.
So my life, that I realized, because I was like, why do I feel sad and shit all the time, even though I'm doing cool shit? And that's what I came to the conclusion of. Like, I just been running up my fucking dopamine receptors.
Yeah.
Like, so that's I think anybody out there that is out there fucking that goes out a lot or drinks, fucks around with drugs recreationally, shit like that.
What do you think, bro? Like, because I know there's people that go out every fucking weekend, every weekend.
Well,
every
see,
weekend.
like
So,
last year, no.
and we
like,
talked about
the last
this,
2 years.
yeah.
I went out a lot, bro. Like we'd go out Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday.
Is it because you're
on a
looking for
Tuesday.
something, or
You're basically distraction.
Yeah.
Like, there's shit that was going on in my life that I didn't want to deal with, so I would just go out, get fucked up, not think about it anymore, and then deal with the problem later. And that basically, you want to get away from your problems. That's why you end up doing that. Like, you want dopamine. You want those dopamine hits. And when you're in the club and the music is loud and you got pretty girls around and you're drinking with your homies and your dopamine is really fucking up there. That's why usually the next day you feel like shit, because your dopamine is just so high that day. You're fucking, the next day is at the very lowest of lowest. The fucking alcohol is gone, the people are gone, everything. So that's usually why hangovers are usually nasty.
yeah, it's like I used to go out a lot, but I eventually grew out of it. But I guess I don't know,
So
bro.
basically, you got to chase your dopamine hits from productive shit.
Yeah,
Which is harder, because I know that to work out, like let's say when I work out, I gotta do the workout and then I'm gonna feel good. So you think about it, I'm like, god damn it, I gotta do all this fucking work to feel cool when I could just go buy a Rockstar, drink that shit, and I feel, you know, I feel that same dopamine rush that I would have. So the whole dopamine cleanse, that's basically what it is like getting rid of the substance and like doing like, you know, yoga or meditation or basically other shit that makes you feel good. That's not
shit.
And I mean, it's tough, man.
Yoga, I think, is big too, man. I fuck with yoga, and I'm gonna try some yoga today. Get back into the routine of doing yoga.
And it's crazy, bro, because I've been looking into this shit for like about 3 days, like doing research and shit like that, and I still can't do it. Yesterday I got drunk. Right now I have a Rockstar. So
that's gonna be tough, bro.
It's gonna be
That's gonna be a tough one. Like,
and see, I'm a log it. I'm a journal.
So in a beautiful day right now, a beautiful day like today, where we're all like vibing, and somebody pulls up with a 6-pack, how do you say no to that?
It depends. Like there's like yesterday I felt like drinking, so I was just like, fuck it, I'm gonna do it. You know?
So in days that you feel like drinking,
right now, I don't
how
feel
are
like
you gonna
drinking.
find a way to like be like?
That's gonna be
Because there's gonna be days, bro. Like
probably. So don't get offended, people, if I don't fucking hang out with you. That's probably gonna be one, is staying away from certain people that I know. I fuck with them and I love them, but I know that that's all we're gonna do. You know, we're just gonna drink, and so
Yeah.
that I think that's gonna be a big one, is kind of staying away from certain people or doing different things with different people. So instead of drinking, shit, we might have to go.
Yeah,
work
bro.
out,
That's
bro.
why.
We
That's
might,
why
you know.
I fuck with myself, bro. Because I know that
Yeah.
I have more to offer than just drinking.
Yeah.
It's like we can fucking work out. We can shoot a video. We can fucking
Podcast. We
just
can fucking
chill,
and
plot, and do some other shit. Write something
do
down.
Productive shit, man.
Yeah, bro. Like
Because
this is with almost everybody. I can do this kind of shit, bro. Like,
Yeah.
you know. So you know.
See, a lot of people don't like to do that. You know, a lot of people they do like to just sit down, drink, get fucked up, listen to music, and that's
Yeah.
cool. You know, I'm not gonna lie, I enjoy
It's
it.
cool.
I
It's
love
cool
it.
once in a while. Yeah.
I mean, it's like it's cool, but yeah, it gets to the point where you, you feel empty afterwards. Like even though it was so fun the first couple times or first, you know, it gets to the point where it's like, damn.
I feel like you gotta find
I
something.
think I'll get more reward off of just being stronger and
Yeah, I feel you on that.
breathing better and shit like that.
Yeah, definitely. Once all this shit is over, too, man, I want to travel. I want to do a lot of shit, bro. It's just like this shit.
Yeah,
really,
I hope we
like-
don't die, man. I really hope we don't die, because
Yeah.
I want to do all kinds of shit.
Me too. This is just pretty much the beginning. This was just pretty much takeoff for all of us, man. We all were getting in the groove, getting zoned in, and fucking liking where we were heading. And we went like stocks, bro. We was going up, boop. Now we got to start from
Well,
scratch
really,
again.
it's just stopped. It's not really. It's just like I think the world's kind of on pause right now. Like everything is,
Yeah,
because it's like I said earlier, it's not that it's fun seeing other people get slapped, but it's like you're not getting slapped by yourself. You know,
Yeah.
I think everybody's feeling it. But yeah, man, right now, yeah, I would say that's it, bro. Just everybody needs to find ways to be happy without money and shit like that. Just
yeah.
it's a time
Find happiness beyond
It's
the
it's a good time to
materialistic
soul
shit.
search, motherfuckers.
Exactly. So, pretty cool ass podcast, man. We kind of did talk about a little bit of everything, freestyled and shit, and it was kind of tight, bro, to have you back in this chair again and shit.
Yeah, man, it was fun. It was cool.
But we're gonna go ahead and wrap this shit up, man. It's been one of a good one. We might be here again next week, just us, because of this whole shit. If it keeps getting worse, so
One
be on the
thing,
lookout.
one thing
for it.
is, it's not gonna stop. It's gonna keep.
It's not
going.
gonna stop. That's for sure. You know, it's not gonna stop.
And
So
thanks again to everybody that got a shirt. Because
yes,
that shit,
thank you everybody for all the support, all the love. We'll catch you guys in the next one.
Peace.